Hello everyone, welcome to Australia and welcome to Australian Bush Travels. Something a little different to begin our day today before we head off on our travels. Today we're off to Castlemaine, but I thought I would bring you out here to our back paddock. We are in central Victoria, and if you can just see in the screen, there's movement just about here. I'm just following it. We have each morning and evening a mob of kangaroo who travel through from our property to our neighbours. You can just see a few heads here somewhere. They are grey in colour and they tend to blend in with the trees and the bushland. This part of our paddock is, it has the only bit of remnant bushland on our property. I'll take you through, we'll walk through, hang on, let me take you through. We'll just keep walking and perhaps you'll see them moving. We can't get too close because the kangaroos tend to be a little bit shy, so they'll move off. But there's some through there. If you have a look, there's just some in there. So we'll just keep walking and see if they move. Now there are two reasons why we can't get close. One is that they're shy, and so they tend to move off quite quickly when you get close. But if they do feel cornered in any way, oh, there's some movement. Can you see them? Just on the skyline there. They're top of the hill. Here we go. There they are. They're coming through. And the other reason is that if they feel cornered, they will attack. So you do have to be careful. People have been hurt quite badly by approaching the kangaroos, and animals have too. Dogs and horses have been attacked by them, so you do have to be careful. But there's one fellow just, where is he in the camera? He's just in the centre of the camera there. You'll see him move off in a minute. So I thought I'd bring you up here for another reason, actually, or another two reasons. One is we are located in central Victoria near Bendigo, and this area, it has in the past been mined for gold. In fact, not far from here was one of the biggest gold mines. Oh, here we go. There's, in that clearing, where are we? Just between the trees there, you'll see some bodies. They look like tree stumps. So when they start moving, you'll see them. So, yes, it was heavily mined for gold. There was a large gold mine not far from here. There we go. They're on the move. And, oh, there's one quite close. And, oh, there's a little mob of them there. I think we'll get to see only a couple there. They're just, there we go. There's about 4 of them just sitting in the clearing here. Again, I'll just point them out to you. I think, what are they doing there? I'm just trying to locate them on the camera so that I can point them out to you, but they're just right in the middle of the camera, just here somewhere. Oh, there they go. So, yes, it was heavily mined for gold, and this, we believe this property just at the back here was also mined, and there are a couple of reasons for that. One is because there is no topsoil on this small hill. Can you see them all moving? Here we go, they're all, and there are some more coming through there. And there is a lot of shale, which indicates to us that there's been some digging, and whoever has been digging has brought the shale to the top. It's quite a large area, probably 10 acres that has been or looks as though it has been mined. The other indication is when we first moved here about 12 years ago, we found, located on the site, what appeared to be a burnt out shack. There was, it was probably the size, oh, there's some there. It was probably the size of a very small garden shed. And in that burnt out area, there was an old iron bedhead and footer, and that looked to be dated around about the mid-18 to late 1800s. And there was a door lock and key that was that we also located, and we dated that to 1845. So it seemed to be that whoever had been in this really small cabin or very small dwelling had been living there some time ago, or had stayed there some time ago, and possibly was either a squatter or an independent miner, gold miner. And there are gold seams around here, so we know that yes, it was definitely mined at some point for gold. Another reason I wanted to bring you up here was because we have this last week or 8 days ago, we had a grass fire go through our property and in neighbouring properties. It is only spring. We are very dry here. We have had limited rain this winter and spring, and as you can see, it is very dry. So I thought I'd bring you to the back of the property to show you how much burnt out and how quickly it burnt. A neighbour did lose some outdoor equipment and outdoor shedding. And luckily nobody was hurt, and we all worked, all the neighbours and fire brigades worked for quite a few hours. Well, it was about 4 or 5 hours that we all worked to put out the substantial fire. It did have to be monitored overnight and until we all believed that it was safe, because these fires can flare up again if they're not put out completely and properly. So this is just our back paddock here. We only lost probably a couple of acres, 5 acres perhaps, but I don't know, there's probably all up, there's areas that you can't see and areas I won't film because it's other people's properties with their homes on them, but probably all up 300 or 400 acres perhaps that was burned, maybe, something like that. You can see a few kangaroo just in the middle of the screen there, hopping through. So yes, I thought I'd bring you out here and show you the real Australia and what we deal with. It is a beautiful country, but it has a harshness to it, and I guess particularly with the climate now, it's these sorts of fires are just indicative of what we face. So I will now take you back and we can begin our travels to Castlemaine. I thought that just this morning it would be a little bit different to start the day showing you our real Australia and what we live with. And I thought it may be interesting for you. So we'll get in the car now, or in a few minutes we'll get in the car and we will travel to Castlemaine, which is probably about a half an hour away from here, and a half an hour's drive south from here. And It is also located in the Goldfields region, which a lot of central Victoria, not all of it, but a lot of it is the Goldfields region, especially up in this area of Bendigo down to Ballarat, and which Castlemaine is between, essentially, between Ballarat and Bendigo. And yes, so it was also, I think actually it was the first, yes it was the first location where gold was found in this area, in this region. So I'll take you there and we can have a good old look at Castlemaine. So let's get in the car in a few minutes and we'll drive off to Castlemaine. See you then. The town of Castlemaine is located approximately 1.5 hours drive north of Melbourne and 30 minutes drive south from Bendigo. It is located in the Goldfields region of central Victoria. It has a population of approximately 7,500 people. It is considered to be in a temperate climate with a rainfall of approximately 560 millimetres per year.
Castlemaine has been called home by many notable politicians and athletes, actors and journalists, cricketers and footballers. Robert O'Hara Burke called Castlemaine home as police superintendent in 1858 to 1859. Frank McEncroe, the creator of Australia's iconic Chico roll, was born in Castlemaine in 1908. Interestingly, Castlemaine is still home to the Theatre Royal, which is the oldest continuously operating theatre in mainland Australia. The oak leaf is a symbol of power in the Christian faith. It is believed the cross of Christ was made from an oak tree. Next time you visit a church, see if you can find an engraving or a carving of an oak leaf within, on or around the church building.
I just spied something, everyone. I'm just going to take you up these steps and we'll see if we can see it a little better. Can you see it? It's an absolutely beautiful church. We're in one street and this is a block across. Can you see it? Isn't it just beautiful? We'll go and have a look at it, I think. Look at that. It's beautiful. Can you see it right at the end there? I can't really tell if you can see it. Oh, we'll go and investigate. Oh, it's just glorious. Okay, let's be quiet. We'll go up the steps and into the church if it's open. No, not open. That's okay. We can admire it from outside. So I just parked the car to take video of the Presbyterian church that we've just seen, and I turned around and look what I found. Another church. Beautiful. And a magpie. They have such beautiful song. I think this one might be a baby. Anyway, back to the church. So, we'll have a look. Look, we'll get up closer. Oh, he's singing to us. He's having a chat. Are you having a chat? Yeah, he is. Okay. Okay. I'll get up a bit closer. Okay, so we're a bit closer, and I'm just making my way around the front. But look at the detail. Isn't that beautiful? And of course the lead light windows have protection wire over them, understandably. Look at the little lead light window up there. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Oh, and this window here, guys. Oh. There's just something beautiful about the detail of old architecture. I mean, they were real craftsmen, weren't they? And I say men because obviously in those days they were. I don't think there's any evidence to show that women were builders in those days. And we just have to accept that. That's just a product of that time. But look at that. Is that not beautiful? I could stand here for a good part of the day just looking up at that. Oh, and we have there, founded Castlemaine Presbyterian Church, 1852. Even the tiles on the front are beautiful. And the doors. We'll take a step back. Sometimes with architecture, it's not always about getting up close. You have to really stand back and take it all in. And then you see the overall beauty and where its place is in that environment and why. You know, often churches, as we probably all know, churches were placed on the top of the hill so that they were closer to God, so that the parishioners were closer and the priest was closer. And that's okay. They just happen to have taken the best spots in each town, the best prime location, but that's okay because they do look beautiful. They did a lovely job. Okay, on to our next point of interest.
Built in 1889, the cream wooden building in the centre of the screen was at once the drill hall for the Castlemaine First Company. It is currently home to a dance studio. As we take a walk up Mechanics Lane, we can see more of the extensive building that is the drill hall. The bluestone lines the street channels, and to the right is a relatively new addition to the council offices. The building directly in front of us is Castlemaine's Town Hall. Built in 1898, it is currently used as part of a set of buildings for the Mount Alexander Shire Council. The grey facade building in the middle of the screen was once the School of Mines. Constructed in 1889, it is also used by Mount Alexander Shire Council. Castlemaine's courthouse, located next door to the School of Mines, was constructed in 1858.
Patrick, how you going? I'm very well, thank you.
Gosh, what a day that was. A fantastic day in Castlemaine. We still didn't get to see everything. We will return there again in the coming months. I think that's what we're going to have to do a little bit with some of these towns. We will have to take a few days, I think, to have a look around. But I thought I would end the video with you showing you what I bought in Castlemaine. Now, the first shop that we went into was Stoneman's Book Room, a beautiful shop. Lots of atmosphere, has been there for decades, and just a beautiful, creaky floorboards and old carpet, and it's a lovely bookshop, and the staff are really friendly there, and really helpful. So the first book I bought there was another one of Robin Annear's books. It's Adrift in Melbourne, 7 Walks with Robin Annear. Now, if you remember last time in Ballarat, I bought the corners of Melbourne with you in mind, so that we can use it to, when we go to Melbourne, we can use it to investigate the stories in the book. I bought this with you in mind because I thought, as an added extra to visiting Melbourne and looking around the towns and looking around the bookshops, that we could go on a separate walk that Robin Annear recommends. So I look forward to using that with you and go reading through it. We'll see what adventures that brings us. The other one I bought is a children's book, or adolescent. I'm not sure the age group actually, but I bought it for me. Anything with library, books, bookshop, I'm onto it. I buy it. Now, this is by Rebecca Stead and Wendy Mass. It is about, I'll just show you that. It is about a library, I think, that mysteriously appears in a town, and the adventures that a young boy has as a result of that. So I'm looking forward to reading that. I'm sure it won't be a very long read. I think it's only a couple of hundred pages, so I don't have my reading glasses on. I hope you don't mind. Again, I will get my reading glasses on. It makes it so much easier, doesn't it? So this is, yes, it's 200 pages, or 210 pages. I'm looking forward to reading that. That's that one. Now, this one I have been waiting for a long time. This is, look, I'm not a big autobiography or biography reader. I don't know why. I just tend to think people's lives are their lives. And it's very, very rare that I'm interested in reading about their life. But Judi Dench Dame Judi Dench, how could you not be interested? This is her Shakespeare, The Man Who Pays the Rent. I am really looking forward to this. This is, from what I can gather, oh, I beg your pardon, I've left my glasses on. From what I can gather, it is the parts that Dame Judi Dench has played in Shakespeare, which I believe she's played all of them or a lot of them, and how they have shaped her and how they've shaped her life. So I'm looking forward to that. That's that one. Now, again, whilst I was in Stoneman's, I bought these beautiful Australian pictures. I'll just pop these glasses back on. Sorry about that. On, off, on, off. These are beautiful gift cards, Australian wildflowers. Now, the artist is Peggy Shaw. She lives in Castlemaine, I think. Let me have a look. Yes, she lives in Castlemaine, and she has exhibited in Melbourne. I mean, how could you not love those? Aren't they just beautiful? What a talented artist. And these two, which I thought were beautiful, these are by Catherine, well, this one's by Catherine Appleby. She is a published illustrator and award-winning artist. She lives in New South Wales. There you go. I thought that one was beautiful, of our beautiful eucalypts. And this one is by Maxine Hamilton. She is a Sydney-based artist. I really love this because it is of our iconic koalas. So I bought those from Stoneman's as well. Next, I went into Mystiques of Mistine. I'll put the link in the comments, in the description box below. But I bought some beeswax candles. I was going to unbox them in front of you, but there was a lot of crinkly paper in this and the florist that I bought from. So I didn't want to make it too noisy for the video, so I just quickly unboxed them. I bought some beautiful beeswax candles, just a tall beeswax candle, and then along with lighting candles, I really find that having beautiful matches is just part of that process of self-care. So whenever I see unusual or really attractive matches, I buy them. So these are luxury matches. This is the boat race, and this one is flamboyant. So I bought those, which I thought were beautiful, and the large candles, so they were lovely. Then I went into the florist that I have in the video. Now, this is Australian design and Australian made. Excuse me, I'll pop these on again. It's Artful Design by Angus and Celeste, all made in Australia. Now, the box itself even has eucalyptus leaves, which I thought was beautiful and presented nicely. And we have here a little vase with billy buttons. Now, billy buttons are a native flower. We have them in our garden, actually, and they get to be quite tall, but they're just so cute. So I thought some of the billy buttons in this vase would look lovely. So I bought that, and I love the fact that it's Australian made, Australian designed. Again, I really try to, we will be looking at all of the products that are made and designed in Australia. I'm really keen to promote Australian products and Australian authors and Australian books. So that's all of those. As I say, I did want to unbox them in front of you, but unfortunately the wrapping, it was just a bit crinkly. But all of these all of these shops I will link in the description box below. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please feel free to like and subscribe. And until next time, I wish you much good health and a great deal of happiness and joy. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.